Aunt by Robert Kinerk. My beloved Great Aunt Ruth fed her children good gray truth. Great Aunt Lisa, whom I prize, raised her brood on bright red lies. Filthy cupboards, cockeyed doors, spotted carpets, sticky floors, rancid odors, saggy plaster. Lisa's house, what a disaster! Aunt Ruth's dwelling, narrow, smaller, repudiated Lisa's squalor. Here a thorough search, I trust, would not have found one speck of dust. At Aunt Lisa's splayed old manse I learned to sing and learned to dance, and shamble after rare perfumes through littered, smoky, dusky rooms. Lisa, sprawling, shouted, "Sport! I hope you're not the goddamn sort who simply can't abide a lie," to which I said, "No, Aunt, not I." At Aunt Ruth's my name was Lad. Aunt Ruth talked with Mom and Dad, while her children, she had two, did the things they liked to do. The older Brick, thin as a taper, worked the crossroads from the paper. Sue, his sister, did her nails or practiced at the keyboard scales. And while the grown-up talk droned on, I would stretch or scratch or yawn, or sit beside my cousin Brick and listen to the hall clock tick. Lisa's family on vacation traveled to some foreign nation. Lisa's oldest, crazy Harris, told me they had been to Paris. "Not true," said one sister, Nina. "We went down to Argentina." Another, Mabel, yelled, "Peru!" I've no idea which one was true, but Harris lumbered to his feet, waved his hands and shook his seat, and with a sort of filthy glance did a comic can-can dance, while I, in league with cousin Mabel, tangoed round the kitchen table. Brick and Susan both attended camps their pastor recommended. In later years, Ruth still displayed the braided bracelets they had made, a sampling also, or assortment, of their prizes for deportment, telling me, as great aunts do, I could win such prizes too. "Work hard," she said, "and never lie." And I said, "Yes, Aunt Ruth, I'll try." After I was graduated, time for me accelerated. This job, that job, wife, new schooling, babies bawling, babies drooling. Busy me, I lost the trick of keeping up with Sue and Brick. Bikes and braces, Little League. By the time my kids were big, except for Christmas cards and such, Lisa's 3 and I'd lost touch. So I was shocked when from the blue, who shows up but Lisa's crew? And after pleasantries had passed, God knows, they said, when we met last, Harris, with his whiskey breath, told me of their mother's death. I attended calling hours. Great Aunt Lisa, banked by flowers, looked like some cherubic sleeper who had cheated the Grim Reaper. At the house, the food and liquor sparked to life a little flicker of that fierceness without measure I had early learned to treasure. Falsehoods, lies, inventions, fable flew from Harris, flew from Mabel. Great Aunt Lisa, in their telling, still resided in that dwelling. Laughter, stories, jokes, and din wouldn't let the truth sink in. Then, down to beer, the whiskey gone, they shouted, "Put more music on!" And punching out our cigarettes, we danced a dance with castanets. The hearse that bore Aunt Ruth away I followed on another day. Thank God, her death was quick. So said Susan, so said Brick. They'd come to town to give to others things that once had been their mother's. Not her carpets, not her jewels, the kitchen gadgets, garden tools, the stuff you'd call the bagatelle, things they figured wouldn't sell. Susan's lately written me to say she's on the faculty of Harvard, or perhaps it's Yale. Harris, I'm afraid's in jail. Nina's found a brand new diet. She's doubtful, but she plans to try it. Brick's a genius CEO. On and on and on things go. In honor of the good gray truth, I named my firstborn daughter Ruth. In my old age, she cares for me. Blankets, broth, and steaming tea. And when the days are warm and dry, when evenings colored up the sky, when a slant of mellow light suggests the coming of the night, she calls for me, and she and I, on our rambles, will stop by the narrow house of Great Aunt Ruth and listen for the hymns of truth. Good Ruth, my Ruth. Well, just the same. Lisa is her sister's name, and Lisa's visits, random, hectic, come with battle, come electric, Brief, that's as they ought to be, or else they'd be the death of me. And yet I beg, before she goes, she dress me in my finest clothes, and, never minding rain or sleet, drive me to Aunt Lisa's street, where, unbeknownst to daughter Ruth, I shuffle off my clothes of truth, and naked under vicious skies, dance in praise of pretty lies.